Kia ora Rotorua. Ahead in tonight's bulletin, police say bus crash investigation could take up to a month to complete. Lake health warning has been lifted and Ohinemutu prepares for World Cup welcome. Those stories and more ahead tonight in detail. Well, an 8-year-old girl is in critical condition at Auckland Starship Children's Hospital. She's one of 35 children given medical treatment following a serious road smash between a school bus and a logging truck in Ruatoki. Witnesses say the school bus was travelling from Whakatane to Ruatoki when, after dropping off a student along Reed Road, was pulling back out when the empty logging truck and trailer unit collided into the back of it. The bus and cab of the truck were shunted about 50 metres into a paddock, while the trailer remained on the roadside. The entire rear of the bus was crushed, and bystanders said some children had been trapped under the back seat, while a young girl had hit her head on the front windscreen. Eastern Bay of Plenty Area Commander, Inspector Sandra Venables, said 35 youths ranging from primary school age to secondary school students and the truck driver received medical treatment in Rotorua, Tauranga and Whakatane hospitals. She said the injuries ranged from minor to critical. A 6-year-old does remain in a comfortable condition in Rotorua Hospital. Police say it will be some time before the full details of the crash are known and confirmed, and they will not speculate on the cause of the crash until that investigation is complete, which they say could take up to a month. Well, Rachel Ma was the lucky recipient of a $7,500 gift from the Variety Children's Charity. The charity was in town over the weekend with their Variety Mini Bash, a quirky car rally which has been travelling around the country fundraising and distributing grants. Rachel Ma's mother Susan says the Variety grant will go towards buying Rachel an insulin pump, which will help her to manage her diabetes.
It's going to make a big difference to Rachel's life. It's going to make her daily routine a lot more flexible. It means she doesn't have to eat when she doesn't want to eat, and she won't have to inject herself with insulin 3 to 4 times a day. She'll just have to change the insulin pump site probably twice a week. It's going to make it a lot more easier for her to adjust her insulin for her different sugar levels, for when she's sick and when she's high and low, when she plays netball, when she's on guide camps, and we're actually off to Jamboree in January for a week for girl guiding. So it's just going to make a huge difference to her life and to ours, and we really, really appreciate the money coming from Variety and all the people that support it.
The Variety Mini Bash donated nearly $12,000 while in Rotorua over the weekend. To other news, the health warning that has been in place since May for parts of Lake Rotorua, Lake Rotuiti and the Kaituna River has now been lifted. Areas in the lakes and river were affected by high levels of blue-green algae. However, routine water monitoring by the Bay of Plenty Regional Council has confirmed that the levels of blue-green algae are now within safe limits. And a big congratulations to Oppie's Takeaways. They've made it again through to the regional finals of the 2011 Best Chip Shop. 18 chip shops from around the country have been named as being amongst the country's best chippies and will compete for the top spot in the national finals. Go the boys at Oppie's. Go down and support them. The best chippies in the country. Bring it on. And in Tuesday night sport, information and advice for locals and visitors for the Rugby World Cup is coming from many government and social organisations. One of those groups helping to keep locals and visitors safe is Neighbourhood Support. Manager Barry Fenton says they have been running an awareness campaign in conjunction with police and council.
And we have been visiting all the motels in Rotorua prior to the Rugby World Cup games that will be here. And we are taking to them a sheet that's been prepared by the council outlining where the liquor ban areas are, outlining advice on how to be safe and how to look after your property, and just generally being aware of what's around.
And of course the next big World Cup event in Rotorua will be on Thursday, when Rugby World Cup officials and the Manu Samoa rugby team are officially welcomed at Ohinemutu. The welcome will include a special capping ceremony presented by the Rugby World Cup 2011, and each player and member of the management team will receive a taonga on behalf of the Rotorua community. So we celebrate the first of our international teams coming into town on Thursday. Well, to your weather, Rotorua and surrounding areas overnight tonight, fine weather will continue. Those light winds around, an overnight low, another cool 2 degrees. Tomorrow, the middle of the week, Wednesday, fine light winds, a high 14 and a low of 3. Longer range through to Thursday, fine weather, light winds, pretty settled, high 13 and a low of 4. And for the middle of the week for the lakes, variable winds 5 knots, they will turn northerly 10 for a time in the afternoon. Waves less than half a metre and fine weather will continue. Well, stay with us. Still to come tonight, Susie Luff is in studio telling us about the Trustpower Spirit of Rotorua Awards. I visit Barry Fenton at the Neighbourhood Support Offices and we find out about the Oasis Foundation. All that and more still to come tonight on City News.